do apologise regarding the issue that we did have. And what we're doing then is now is just setting this race up. We're getting the grid back as it was at the end of qualifying. So as our admins are doing that, we can see that a lot of with us on the conversation. I will reintroduce the circuit again in a moment when the formation lap is underway, and we'll go from there. Not much more we can really say regarding this. We are just waiting for a few drivers to join us back again. Hopefully we can get all drivers in and ready to go. As the custom grid is set, we are waiting for a Brendan Jr. to pick his car. As you can see, there is a couple of signals that we are having a problem with. So, looks like we've got 16 drivers in. So I'm just getting up the chat system ready for us to go as our race is getting set up. Bear with me one moment. Okay, so let's have a look at the server to see who we've got in. We've got Dark Stompers in, Rhinoceros, Flea, MX, Kingzo, Gioppa, Bosworth, John Nevers, Pressing Mixer, Addy, King, Payne's Dead, Tim, Judge, Brendan's Union, Wild Gamer. We are waiting for Magnus. Just reshared on Facebook to a few groups. Fantastic. Hopefully we'll get a few viewers on here. Wild Gamer's in, and let's see if we can get Magnus back in. Nice. The wannabe Viking, yeah, I've just said Magnus. Oh, there we go. Magnus is in. We're just waiting for Magnus and Destroyer to pick their cars. I don't know if we're missing anyone. Where 19 drivers are in. Do we have an extra driver with us? Go on, Destroyer, pick your car. We have 22 people in the lobby, 19 drivers, so yeah, that's correct, because we were missing one. So it's just Destroyer to pick his car, and then we will be ready to go. So obviously with our admin team has worked quite quickly to get the custom grid sorted out for us, get everybody back in. Hopefully we'll have a nice good race with us. Anybody got with it, just double check your connections, make sure you've got a good connection, because we do not want more of the same. On my system I'm seeing MX, John Nevis and the wannabe Irish. We've got a low connection. Destroyer with a low connection as well, so we've got a great. So it happens. We do get some people with a lower connection, but sometimes they don't lag, which is good. So we do have all your viewers out there. Just let us know what you're feeling, what you're thinking. Think it's going to be a good race? Let us know who you think is going to be first. I know at the moment we have it's Addy and who was. Oh, I can't remember who was top. Oh, I apologize. I know Paige Dead was quite quick. Paige Dead was actually first, I believe. So fantastic to see more and more people joining the stream. Do we have Destroyer ready yet? So, as we are waiting to start, I'm going to run through some facts regarding the circuit. So, Circuit of America, like I said, it was 3.4 miles long. It has 20 turns, 8 to the right and 12 to the left. It is made by Herman Tilke, who has made circuits such as Sochi. I'll pause there, let you get your booze out. Bahrain, which I know a lot of people like, the Turkish Grand Prix. There's 3 of the circuits he has been involved in. He has done a lot of work with other circuits as well. But this circuit was created. The plan was created. It was planned roughly about in 2008. The idea was thought down. The plan went into action at the start of 2010. It took 2 years to build. Opened in 2012, and it's hosted a large range of races. So it's had the Formula 1 US Grand Prix, Grand Prix of Americas, the IndyCar series is always there. You have 6 hours of Circuit of Americas. NASCAR has been there. America's Rallycross. So it's all a Porsche Super Cup, World Rallycross Championships, V8 Supercars, American Le Mans, as just to name a few. So this circuit was thought of because they wanted the Formula 1 to come back. They wanted more range of motivation rather than just the usual Indy and NASCAR racing that they do host there. So this circuit came in place because the Las Vegas circuit used in a casino car park back in the 70s was not good enough for them. So it's like Herman Tilke. He did it's like Sepang, Shanghai, Yas Marina, Istanbul, Bahrain, Yangon, Buda. The circuits have all been done by Herman Tilke. He's also had work in Hockenheimring and the Fuji Speedway. So the restructure of the R130 was done by Herman Tilke. The straights that you see on a lot of circuits, it's his idea. The S-bends were copying off Maggots and Beckett's. The corners that you see in 17 and 18 is a copy from Turn 8 of Turkey. So you can whenever you see a Herman Tilke track, you can see the Herman Tilke work. Magnus asking me something. Go ahead, Magnus, ask away. Just wait, as we're waiting for his response, we are waiting for the race to be set up, ready to go. As we're waiting for basically drivers waiting, making sure they mark. Would you like to... Got a question about asking me to commentary. I usually do commentary for Magnus on Saturday, and I don't mind doing commentary for Magnus. He's a great race to a great person to work with. I'll tell you what, Magnus will speak about this afterwards. But here we go, as we're looking in at the USA. So formation lap will have to be redone as our drivers are choosing their setup. So it's like as everybody's poised, ready to go, ready to see how this race pans out. Please let us know where you think you're going to come, drivers. Let me know who you think's going to win. Who's going to be your driver of the day? What corner is going to scare you the most? What corner are you looking forward to the most? Where you're going to make your overtakes? What corner are you going to have to defend the most on? There's the questions that our viewers would like to know from the drivers. So if you can, let me know. All your viewers out there, let me know who you're supporting. I know Meg is supporting King's Home. She did say on the last stream, on the first pass before the system decided to crash out. But here we go. Poised as we are, as the formation lap goes. So I'm going to run through the order to remind you as it stands. We've got Painstead in first, Addy in second, MX in third, Magnus in fourth, Wild Gamer in fifth, TM in sixth. We've got John Neves in seventh, Destroyer in eighth, King in ninth, Dog Stomper in 10th. We've got Flea in 11th, Judge in 12th. We have King's Home in 13th, Brenda's Union in 14th, Japoa in 15th, Pressing Mixer in 16th, Bosworth in 17th, who's DQ'd from the formation lap for whatever reason, Rhinosaurus in 18th, and Bazman in 19th. Let's have a look at the tyre strategies. The tyres that we were looking at that data. We've got to get this track map up, details tyres. So as we know Painstead and Addy did start with mediums. We have Dog Stomper, Flea, Judge and King's Home all on soft tyres, and we have Bazman on soft, and we've got Ronan Saurus on hards. Yes, top 10 drivers made sure they got the same tyres as they started in last time. Awesome. Gotta support my boyfriend King's Home, of course, and my mate Flea. That's fair enough, Meg. I don't blame you. They're the two people that I would have expected you to support, but I can't be biased. There is a couple of drivers I do like out there, and I do hope they do well. So as we can see that we are coming around the final few corners of this formation up. As we see the very naughty boys sitting on the grid waiting. So we've got Destroy and Bosworth. Admin's going to be giving you a little ticking off at the end to find out what happened there. Tut. As the drivers are forming up, it's great to see a Williams in the top 6. Just saying, it's great to see a Williams. Got 2 Williams in the top 10. Never see that in real life at the moment, do we? So here we go. We didn't get this far last time. So I am going to drop the UI so we can get a full view of the grid. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. They're out now and gone, and the race is underway. Let's bring up the UI after turn 1 because we like to see what's going on. I just want to drop back a few. A few little weird knocks with the wings, but all drivers survive. We do expect a turn one to have a little bit of shift and knock, but all the drivers seem to be getting into the motion. As we are jumping on with the Mercedes. Well, Payne's dead. Nicely round. Let's go. Like, Addy in second, Wild Game in third, MX in fourth, Magnus in fifth. Wild Game has had a good start. John Nevis in sixth. Let's have a look. Let's bring up position change. So Wild Game has jumped up 2 places, but he is battling. He is battling with MX. This will be an interesting battle. Addy is still half a second behind. Payne's dead. Oh, there's a little bit of contact between the 2 drivers of MX and Wild Game. I think Wild Game might have... Nope. He has a slight damage to the front wing, but not enough to be bringing him in. I don't believe it is enough to bring him in. John Nevis is waiting for the mistake to happen. So as we get the usual Codemasters routine, going to mess you around, shuffling. We'll just stick on Payne's dead as we know he is first. Let's see, and these medium tyres, he's going to have to defend quite hard on the straights against these soft tyres that are behind him. But he has got Addy behind him at the moment. What happened there? Magnus DNF. Oh, did he hit a wall? Did you hit a wall, Magnus? Come on, you're gonna let me know what happened to you. Let me know what caused you to go off. You hit a wall. You've got to have hit a wall. I think Wild Game is going to be happy with that, but we'll expect comments near the end. And that has actually brought the safety car out. Magnus grinding the US race to a slowdown. Dragging it down. I'm poised, waiting for a comment from Magnus to let us know how it happened. Payne's dead rounds off the final corner. Still waiting for the comments. Right. That's okay, Magnus. Calm down, my friend. We'll speak about this at the end if you don't mind. Okay, so we are back underway with the commentary as I just checked out a few comments then. So the safety car is out. We do have a few penalties up and down. So I believe that might have been a bit of a contact between Dark Stomper and Magnus that sent Magnus off. We do have penalties. Let's see what the penalties. 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 3 seconds. So that 3 seconds will be track limits. This could be a contact between Judge and Bazman. So it might be Baz. Right. Okay. So it looks like there might be a little bit of a glitch there with Bazman at the moment, because he did jump a little bit when I was there. We've got a couple of drivers moving across to go into the pit. Oh no, Brendan Junior's changed his mind and stays out. Bazman in the pit for front wing damage. Wild Gamer has dropped quite a lot. He has made a pit stop and he's gone onto the hard tyres. So the hard tyres to the end. I'm not too sure whether Bazman has retired. I'm not too sure whether the hard tyre is the tyre sorry, the hard tyre is the tyre to go to, but I don't know whether it's going to last the 24 laps that you were expecting them to last. So, with the safety car going in and a lot of these drivers not making a stop yet, you're actually basically looking at pit strategy. Wild Gamer will be first, Japoa in second, TM in third, King's Home in fourth, Pressing Mixer in fifth, and Bosworth in sixth, as the tyre strategy might go. Because these drivers at the top will have to make a pit stop at some point. Soft tyre drivers should have jumped on in there on that pit stop really effectively to me, because I don't see a safety car coming out in the next 4 laps. Mid tyres will need to. Comment from Magnus, thank you for today. Well, Magnus, it would be great for you to speak with us at the end. We'll talk through about the incidents. Like you have in your league, we do have a strict policy when it comes down to incidents. So we will speak about that. We'll see what we can do to make things sorted. But yeah, I can understand going out early in the race is not very nice. I do feel the same kind of thing. So safety car is still out. We have another lap under the safety car, is it? Or are they in? Oh, they're out. The safety car is in. I do apologise. So here we go. Wild Gamer looking to pass his teammates quite quickly. He is on the inside, and there we go. There's the pass. Ronan very fair, goes wide, knowing that these drivers were going to go past, but a few cars do get past them quite nicely. And Wild Gamer is now in the top 10 by the looks of this, but this could be just the usual. I think there's a little bit of wheel touching there. King touching Wild Gamer's tyres as they move around the S-bends. It's quite hard to go side by side through the S-bends. Japoa and Flea having a battle. From Flea's point of view, they're both Williams. Also, Japoa and TM did have some connection issue at that point. We will be looking into every connection issue that we have, because that there could have caused an accident between with Flea, who would be an innocent bystander to that. While Gamer pressing up, already in 8th on those hard tyres. But there's a massive gap between 7th and 8th. So I wonder what happened there. Well, it does look like Wild Gamer's now got some clean air. So he doesn't have to slow down for anybody in the corners. He doesn't have to worry about battling with someone. Brenda's Union is looking to be passing Dark Stomper, and the overtake is there around the inside, pushing Dark Stomper. Has got the run. and Brenda's Jr. is giving them the space, allowing them in front at the yes bends as they go around. It is still quite a tight battle for the fronts here. As we just comes round, and we've got a nice long run down here from turn 11 to turn 12. Can we see any other battles coming through? Pressing Mixer, passing Ronansaurus. Now Ronansaurus, I will know that Ronansaurus is a little bit off pace at the moment. He is still learning the circuit, still learning the methods of racing, but he is looking to go on the inside. Another battle here. Let's see. Forces Pressing Mixer to take the long route. Both drivers hold them well, but Bosworth has capitalised on the mistake from both drivers. Vernosaurus did take that corner quite tight, quite defensive, fantastic defending from Bosworth, from Vernosaurus against Bosworth and Pressing Mixer. So the McLarens are sitting behind Renault, and we do have, looks like, Payne's dead has jumped into the pits. It's a front wing repair. Would he have gone on the hards? No, he's gone on the softs. So is he going for a soft to medium stint here? We've got Addy at the front on the medium tyres. MX in second. John Nevis in third. A position change. Let's see who's got Addy up 1, MX up 1, John Nevis up 4 places. Destroyer in 4th is up 4. Dark Stomper up 5 in 5th. Brenda's Union up 8 in 6th. Wild Gamer, even though he has pitted, he is down 2 places, and he is closing this gap. Well, I wouldn't say closing, it looks like he's actually starting to open up a bit more. But King has made the inside dive on Wild Gamer, but Wild Gamer is not going to give up that easy, and the battle is still going. Soft tyres versus hard tyres, and there's a contact there as Wild Gamer loses a front wing. King then cuts on the inside. This is a fair wheel-to-wheel battle. Wild Gamer will need to think about his ongoing strategy as he slides out. Drivers moving out of the way from the sliding Renault as Kingsholm and Fleet are both took advantage of that. Let's have a look at who's made. So TM currently in front of the tyre strategy with Kingsholm in second. Fantastic decision to pit early, but he's pitted onto mediums, so it's another set of mediums for Kingsholm. Will he be going on to another set of softs at the end? Excuse me. So let's have a look as we go around. Let's see if there's any battles. Like got Destroyer looking like he's going to be getting Stomper, and we've got Brenda's Union battle in there. So this is pretty much a three-way battle coming into this turn 12. Brenda's Union, he had the speed. If he was confident enough, he could have done the dive. And Destroyer tagged the back wheel of Brenda's Union and made himself spin. Destroyer having to work hard to get back in there. As we now on lap 9 of 28. So we do have a few penalties. I will have a quick look. 11-second penalty for Brenda's Union. So that is quite, that's 2 multiple warning penalties and maybe a contact penalty. We have a lot of threes or sixes, which is we exceeding track limits at 8, which is 1 track limit and 1 penalty, probably contact. Biggest thing that I would stress out is that penalties do make a big difference in a race. I've seen someone in second drop down out of the top 10 for a couple of penalties, which sounds like a big deal, but it's like it was only 3 seconds between them and he got a 5-second penalty, chucked him right out. So we have King, looks like he's spun out at 10-11. I'm trying to jump around to find out where the battles are. Here we go. The battle here for 8th with Kingsholm, Judge and Chipoa. But as you can see, Kingsholm is closing in on TM. A lot of mixed strategy tyres there. We couldn't. Top 5 drivers still haven't pitted in. Or top 6 drivers, so they haven't pitted. The driver that I'm interested in is Bosworth at the moment, who is on hard tyres. The tyre choice that he has made then, could he make that last to the end? As we look at Destroyer, who has pitted onto another set of mediums, we will be expecting a lot of these drivers to pit either for the soft or medium. So these soft tyres up here that we've got for Benders Union and for MX, both these drivers will be going on the mediums. Will they be pushing these soft tyres? If they want to go on a set of mediums for a long stint, they need to be pushing this tyre to lap 14, 15 for an effective run on the medium tyres. If they want to make the tyres last just as long as they have done on this. As we come around the last corner, we can see that MX is losing time to Addy at the moment. Addy on the medium tyres, so these soft tyres are at their limits. They are fading. So the medium tyres are the tyres to have John Nevis, who is on the hard tyres, has pitted in, is now battling against Flea. Flea giving him plenty of space on that corner, which is fantastic, very good sportsmanship. John Nevis, absolutely fantastic for the S-Bent on the hard tyres. The hard tyres being the least grippy tyre of all of them, but seems to be working well for John. You got Kingsholm, who is so close to TM. Could they make the move happen? The soft tyres are starting to fade, because Dark Stomper on the medium tyre is closing in on MX. This will be the opportunity for Kingsholm to make a move on TM. Absolutely beautiful move. It's so close and a tight corner. Is there any battle back? There is a slight little battle back. The space is given by Kingsholm. Fantastic line through those corners. Holds his ground. Goes wide as he should on that corner. Goes defensive, which is absolutely spot on. Opens up the gap. That is fantastic defending from Kingsholm. Defending that spot he has just gained. And now he can put the longevity of those medium tyres to the test by pushing hard now. Because TM with those soft tyres will be feeling it starting to fade. As the pit is now open for the soft strategy, so soft tyre strategy drivers will be starting to think about pitting soon. A lot of penalties up and down the board. Let's have a look. 3, 3, 11, 6, 6, 3, 3, 9, 9, 3, 6, 6. So pretty much all for similar things. Most of the drivers are got penalties for exceeding track limits. TM is out. With this would have brought a safety car. So we will be looking at pitting. A safety car, the safety car coming out at the right time for a lot of these drivers. So let's see. So we have 4 drivers who have retired at the moment. As I'll jump back onto our chat system as I just peeled off for a moment. So Magnus, I do apologise, my friend. I will speak to you about that at the end, as it's nothing to do with this race, I will be honest. It's something that we will have to discuss. But we can see a lot of drivers are pitted. Okay, so we've got Addy on the soft, Stomper on the soft, John Nevis on the hards. Now these soft tyres are going to have to, they are going to have to pit again, because they're not going to last the stint that they need them to last. Medium tyres for MX, which is the right tyre to go on at this time. Bendis Union, another medium tyre. I still think the hard tyre would have been better choice. Ronan stayed out with the hard tyre. He has to make these last longer. He's got another pit stop to do. I'd say in another 5 laps, then maybe pit for soft tyres. King's home with a set of soft tyres. Can he make these last? I'm not too sure. Chipoa on the hard tyre. I would say that would be the safe tyre to go with. Flea on softs, Mixer on mediums. Judge pitted earlier on hards. Payne's dead on soft tyres. As we are waiting, and Wild Gamer on the hard tyres, who has had a moment of Joe where he lost a bit of front wing due to a battle with some of our other drivers. So we are waiting to see when the safety car comes in. Got any more questions, guys? Just, I've gone back on my hards. I would as well. It means that you don't have to pit again. Well, you shouldn't have to pit again with the hard, so you could be and people on the soft tyres will have to pit again, guaranteed. People on the mediums may have to pit. I do find like it's quite hard to push the soft tyres and medium tyres on a very long stint on this circuit. So it is basically we're waiting for Wild Gamer to catch up, which he is doing very quickly. Before the safety car could be going in on this lap. So anybody viewing now, just let us know who you think is going to win this race at the end. Tyre strategies are out the window with the second safety car. First safety car could be dealt with. Second one now changes absolutely everything again. Is there going to be another safety car? And Wild Gamers jumped in the pits again and sticking a set of mediums. So fresh mediums for Wild Gamer. Are they getting to the end? That is the question that you would like to know. So I think straight up, if it's going to be me, John Nevis looks like the fact that it looks like he's in the position for the win. Maybe followed by MX, Bendis Union, maybe. King's Own with sitting in 8th with soft tyres, he could make a good stint with the soft tyres, getting up a few places, pitting for another set of soft tyres and finishing off strong. I'd say the same for Flea. That'll be the next the strategy for them, the double soft to the end. So we do have safety car. Safety car is in on this lap. Hards were terrible. I completely understand Hards are not as grippy as others, as most. I can see that Addy is having a bit of a connection issue there. Let's have a look. How's it look from behind? It doesn't look too bad from here, which is good. It means the issue is just slight, not too bad. Just a little bit jumpy it was. Dark Stomper sitting in second. As we are coming to the halfway mark of the race. So here we go. And we're underway again. 15 races left to go around the circuit. Here we go. Payne's Dad makes the lunge on Judge as he's now lining up, pressing Mixo. Who else have we got battling up? Brendan Jr. looks like he's going to make a move soon. Let's see. On MX, it's not very easy to pass someone on the S-bends. But these two drivers here, two Alfa Romeos, are looking to make a move on John Nevis. John Nevis might go down a little bit, but he will not need to pit again. Two medium tyre drivers are so close to John Nevis. Let's jump up from the MX. As John Nevis, as you see, jump from one side to the other. John Nevis in the ideal position to defend that corner and does so very well. But on the switchback there, it's MX. It gets through. Does Brendan Jr. is battling now. Wheel to wheel bashing between the two drivers. John Nevis absolutely putting all the effort he could to try and stay in there, but the two Alfa Romeo drivers are pushed through. These two drivers will be working closely together to get themselves up with the soft drivers. We have Payne's making strides through the pack. King's Home looking at Destroyer, looking at the option to make a move soon. Destroyer on 5-lap-old mediums against King's Home 2-lap softs. It's a soft tyre battle. This is soft tyres would be better. As he looks to make a move on the S's. A fantastic move by a great move by King's Home. And Painstead tried to follow him through, but Painstead, these two drivers are pushing out, and Flea takes the opportunity to get past the two battling drivers. Absolutely nails that pass on the inside of turn 11. I'm sure Meg is going to be really happy seeing that the two drivers she's supporting are up 7 and 4 places in the mix for the points. Absolutely fantastic driving by the two Ferrari drivers. King's Home is eyeing up John Nevis. John Nevis being on the, as I would call it, the preferred strategy. Won't need to pit again unless there is some damage. Let's drop the markers up so we can see clearly as this comes up into tier 1. You want to see absolutely everything. Great line by King's Home as he is looking to be passing John Neves very shortly. Can he do another S-bend to overtake? He looked at it, but John Neves had it covered. John Neves is a little bit slow, can we see? Oh, coming up to turn 10. And he's through. Round turn 11, does John make any response? No, but what I'll do now is I'll drop down to flee. As you can see that John Neves has DRS. John Neves makes the move onto Kingsholm. Lock up from John Neves. Another lock up. This could be taking a lot out of the tyres. Kingsholm's got that corner nailed, as in the line is absolutely spot on. Inside the apexes. Wheels interlocking but no contact. Absolutely beautiful pass there by Kingsholm. Can he make the 1 second gap increase? Or can Flea make a move into the next corner? Let's drop down. As Flea looks like he's a little bit off from overtaking, but that is because John Neves has got the DRS and manages to get through. This is another, it's like a deja vu. John Neves is in front again before the S-bend, but this time Kingsholm is closer. I'm going to jump and see if I can see any. I don't see any more close battles like with Bosworth, with Rhinosaurus. And Rhinosaurus makes a mistake, opens the door. Let's have a look. John Neves defending from Kingsholm. He's got DRS and so is Flea. Kingsholm, is he going to defend against Flea, or is he going to allow Flea to get past so they can work together to catch up with John Neves, which they need to pass him to make any effort to make an open gap to make the make these tyres work for them. We do have a lot going on up and down the path. So Flea is just backed off a little bit, giving Kingsholm space as Kingsholm looks to attack John Neves. We will get DRS on the back straight. It gets a good run through that corner. John Neves squeezes into the curb, but not too much. Backs off to give space. Oh, and it was perfectly timed, perfectly done. Both Ferraris are through. But Flea has to battle again with John Neves, who had the better line. Flea is still within that grasping time. John Neves has fell back over a second, so Kingsholm has made that place his own. John Neves will not get DRS down his back straight. But this is Codemaster, so anything could happen. Nope. Will Flea make the dive and lunge into this corner? He can do. He's a little bit far off, so I think he's going to wait. John Neves has used all his overtake to try and catch up with Kingsholm. He's caught up, but he's not within that distance needed to make a difference. Kingsholm just needs to open up 1/10 before the marker. I don't think he's made that gap, but he shouldn't be losing his position, even with John Neves having DRS. The DRS is open, and he is closing in, but Kingsholm has got a gap, big enough gap to actually hold off any threat. As we jump on board with Flea, as Flea is looking to overtake. We've got Judge and Destroyer's gone into the pits. Let's get back to Flea, because Flea is looking to be overtaking John Neves in this lap. S-bends are sweeping. And that looks like that was Bendis Union retiring from the race. Might clip the wall. He might have put himself out of the race. Someone who was further up. Are we expecting a safety car? I don't think we are. Safety car could have easily came out then, but I don't think that is the case. So I think it's now starting to settle into the usual routine as we have a little look at the tyre strategy. So Kingston has already had 2 stops. Flea dives into the pit here. We will be expecting all these soft drivers to actually pit in. So we have 14 drivers left. I'm just looking to see where the next battle will be. John Nevis on Kingsholm. Is Kingsholm going to go into the pit on this lap? If Dark Stomper pits, he's got a good chance of getting up in 5th. While Gamer in 6th could make a surprise move. The podium. Dark Stomper is in the pit at the moment. Let's have a look. Kingsholm is in. John Nevis got it in him to actually get past. Let's have a look at Wild Gamer. Is Wild Gamer got it? I don't think he has. I think Dark Stomper has managed to outdo. Dark Stomper has stayed in 3rd. So Dark Stomper could potentially hold 1st. MX has the opportunity to take the win here with the tyre strategy as it is. But Addy is trying to open up a gap. Is Addy going to pit? Addy's staying out. So Addy, I don't think Addy will actually pit with those tyres. I think he's going to push them to the end. He has got 6 laps to do in those on those tyres. And Payne's dad has made another move past Judge. Let's have a look. So Flea has made the move. And Bosworth has gone into the pits. I think that might be front wing damage. Let's have a look. But with that move, what he's done is he's given the 2 Ferrari drivers the points positions. And Kingsholm is flying through the S's. A little touch of the brakes there as he was powering up to catch up with Judge is just over a second in front of him. I don't know whether they managed to get that just before DRS. Let's have a look who's getting DRS. No DRS for either of the Ferrari drivers, but Flea is harvesting energy. King's home within half a second of Judge. Flea just right behind them. Could be seeing a fantastic an overtake into turn 15-16. Absolutely a brave move by King's home. With 5 laps to go, has he got it in to make the difference? Because Painstead is not far from him at all. It says 2.8 seconds, but he's taken chunks out of that. That was 3.2 seconds earlier. As time is gone back up again. Let's have a look. And we've got a battle between Pressing Mixer and Painstead. And Pressing Mixer tried to push Painstead off the circuit. Something that the stewards and the admin will look into. While Gamer in 5th, he's had a very great recovery. Can he make these tyres last? Doc Stomper's got up to second. MX has allowed him to go past for some reason. Dark Stomper was involved in that little collision with Magnus, where Magnus has resulted in crashing out. Japoa has got a Losky's connection. That's something that admin will look into again. Rhinosaurus, he is off the pace a bit, but he is still within time distance more than most other drivers have been. Whilst we have a big clear space. Destroyer needs to work hard to go up to Judge the last point position. So Painstead and Pressing Mixer have collided. And that is unsportsmanlike conduct. It's something that we will investigate at the end of the session. Judge looking to make time on Judge making time on Flea, not far behind Kingzone with a 2-second gap to Wild Gamer. Wild Gamer in 5th, John Nevis in 4th, who I thought had the best strategy, but MX has made these tyres last longer. Dark Stomper has put in a great stint to give the guy time for his pit. Addy now pitting now. Not too sure whether he's going to make that. I didn't think he could make it last, but there is a safety car out. So Addy has tried to take advantage of the safety car. I don't think it's worked out to keep him up in the top 2 spots. John Nevis well truly away from Addy, so Addy's kept a top 3 space by exploiting the slowdown rule for the safety car. This race could finish under safety car conditions with how things went there. So I am just having a little look into the chats and see if there's anything I can discuss with you, as the safety car is out and there's not much more I can discuss regarding the race. Obviously 12 races left, some drivers are pitted. Looks like it's going to finish on the safety car anyway, so Dog Stomper in first, MX in second, Addy in third, John Neverson fourth, Wild Game in fifth, King's Home in sixth, Fleet in seventh. Oh, it looks like they might get a couple of racing laps left to go, as the looks like the safety car is in on this lap. The one thing I don't like about this is when they take those flashing lights off that safety car. The safety car just looks like a ghost. Just doesn't look quite right. Here we go, let's see. So this is where Addy will need to be putting a good couple of moves in very quickly if he wants to make any kind of attempt to take over MX and Dog Stomper in the next 2 laps. Flea and King's Home both with the stronger tyre, so maybe 3 safety cars come out. Pitting under 3 safety cars is quite a good strategy. As you can see, the 3 cars in front of the Wild Gamer is sitting waiting for a mistake to happen. Had to cut the corner there due to the contact in front to avoid contact. But luckily he wasn't penalised. Let's have a look at penalties. Leader, penalties, let's see. So Addy just needs to be within 1 second of Dark Stomper to take the first place. Wild Gamer is in 4th, but 12 seconds, because this could mean that King's Home, if he stays within 8 seconds, if he stays within 9 seconds of the lead, 8 seconds of second place, he will actually have first. Here we go, Meg. You've got to be watching this, Meg. You've got to be watching this. I hope you are, because you could have a double Ferrari podium here. Or maybe not a double Ferrari podium, but King's Home being the only one who has actually got no penalties to add because he has served his penalty. Wild Gamer harvesting energy, defending very well. I will be honest, Wild Gamer, you need to be thinking here, there's no point defending against King's Home when King's Home is going to get the position above you anyway. And the 2 Ferraris have sandwiched a Renault. Ferrari Renault sandwich. And Wild Gamer has AI'd, probably down to connection reasons. No, Mega's been watching the whole thing on the TV, so she could be watching King's Home take the podium. All he needs to do is just stay within, on this last lap, he's just got to stay within 8 seconds of second and 9 seconds of first. And he's got 6.7 seconds, so he's got to keep tight. This is quite tense, because someone who is 5th, who shouldn't be getting a podium, could be taking a podium because of penalties from drivers making mistakes. It's great. It's fantastic to watch. So here we go. You can see King's Home is looking to make a pass on Don Evers, because he knows if he makes a pass here, he will get he could be recovering that those time, and he does a dive in at turn 16. Just hope the battle didn't take. He needs to keep pushing. He needs to keep pushing. It's got a little bit tense here. He needs to stay within that 8 second gap of second. Here we go. First, Addy has finished first. It's Dog Stomper, but let's see what. Oh! That was so close. Absolutely close. Addy, King's Home jumped up to second, but I will be looking into that at the end. I will be honest, because I think Codemasters does have a problem with this. Because I've seen him at 7.8, which means he would have had that first place. And we're just waiting. Oh, his TV, he had to turn off. That's why he had to fast from Wild. Anyway, so that's the end of the race. I'll go through the standings. I will be looking into some details regarding driver of the day is Kingsholm. I don't believe that is a fantastic drive by Kingsholm. Also by Flea, I must say, getting up there. Wild Gamer had a good race as well with that recovery that he had. So here we go. As the drivers do celebrate, I will say that this order may change if I work out the times properly, because Codemasters does have an issue with their penalty system. Because I did see Kings home 7.9 seconds behind the leader, which means he would have got first. Let's have a look. Right. Oh, so it could have had 7.9 and Addy got first, and Addy had 8-second penalty, so that is probably correct. But that was so close. If he had a little tiny last two corners, he would have had first. That's fantastic racing by all who have finished the race fair cleanly. A lot of penalties and quite a fair few DNFs. What we'll do for now is that this will get here. Our admin will look into this, but thank you for very much all our viewers who have watched us today on our second shakedown prior to the race starting. Please let us know what you think and how it went. And that's a good night from me, and hope to see you soon.